Alright guys, today we're going to show you how to mount a tank on the side. Actually, let me take this off here. This light. We're going to mount a tank on the side rail, and we're going to connect a steel braided cable hose line to it. Yeah, there's a few ways to do this. I'm going to show you how I do it. But the whole purpose of this video as well is to show you how to connect all these HPA fittings here. These are the 1/8 MPT fittings. It'll be the same as the braided hoses that you get in the paintball shops. So yeah, basically for this setup here, it's got all the Picatinny rails here. As you can see, the slots. I just happened to cut one over here more because I did it for a specific build I had a long time. But the further back you get it, obviously the further back your tank's gonna come. So. And if you can see there's a screw. I had to kind of just take a file and just run it straight down and grind some of the metal of the screw, but I still left a flathead slot so I can still remove it in and out, no problem. But yeah, this hose I'm actually using right now is it's about a 10-inch. Or if you don't count the nipples, if you just go nut to nut, it'll be around a 9-inch. But yeah, so that's what you're gonna need. There's a 9-inch braided cable for this build. You're going to need 3 of these 90-degree elbows, 1/8 MPTs, and this is just an extension. So yeah, also there's 2 options you can do. You can do this on off. Like I have a degasser down here, so actually any one of these ain't gonna matter. So when you put this HPA adapter in the rear back here, the valve, that means you got rid of your natural degasser that comes with it, the stock one with the pin. So yeah, I got a Mercury Rise degasser in there. So but yeah, you can use any one of these. This one here is going to be for HPA, and this one here is going to be for CO2. So I'm going to hook up the HPA one today. Actually, you know what? It might hold on a second. It might interfere with this. Yeah, because that's kind of sticking up a bit. Where the tank goes out, it might run. I don't know. I'm gonna still go with it anyway. But either way, I have a 9CI tank I can use for now. But this won't be on your guys'. This is a stun gun device. This is 2 batteries, great big batteries. You can see here. Oh, you can smell the ozone that creates. Whew. Yeah, okay, so we're going to go with this guy for now. So you're going to need one of these. You're going to need your hose, your fittings, and this is a universal HPA adapter. It's got a 1/8 MPT, and this is also a universal HPA adapter with the nipples usually come in these, the fill nipples. So I just put extra Teflon tape around it, just for extra measures. But that's going to go into here. So yeah, we'll do that one after. That's not for yet. But actually, no, sorry. This one's going to go in the back here. So it's just got an HPA thread to a 1/8 MPT. And then, yeah, our 90 degrees are going to go in here. So I'll put this guy in here first. I threaded a bunch of these. That way I don't have to sit here and thread them all for you, because they'll just take forever. But yeah, let me just show you. So yeah, you also need one of these 90-degree, 45-degree offsets. It's a scope riser. This is the 30mm one, and then it's got the sleeve that puts it down to 26mm, so 1 inch to 30mm. And this sleeve here, you're going to need it to go over top of this guy. Otherwise, it won't lock in there. But yeah, so I just kind of grinded a little bit of a hole out there, if you can see on this plastic. A little bit. The other side doesn't have it, but it just allows you to get a little bit more bite onto this. So, yeah, because it almost comes all the way through, right? Once you get that in that clamp though, it's going to be really secure. So yeah, we'll go in this way. Actually, wait, I got to thread into here first. And then yeah, you just need your Teflon tape. I use this Amazon stuff. It comes in a 10-pack. You get it for like $1 each. It's like $10 for a 10-pack. And yeah, let me show you how I wrap these threads. So I saved 2 of them. Here's this guy and this guy. So I'm going to show you how I wrap them up. I usually do about, well, once they get really used, if I use parts, open and close, they kind of get worn. So I'll go 34 rounds. But normally just 25 rounds I do. I'll show you here. So yeah, I'm just going to find the end. I'll get it on here. This is the trick too, no leaks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm doing half turns. 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Actually, I'll back up a little bit. Okay, so I'll just pull that off. I'll just get all that excess off here on the tip. Just kind of pinch the ends right there, so that way it doesn't pull off of your threads when you do this. Okay. So yeah, there. I'll just kind of clean this space up here. That way you don't get no Teflon going into your marker when you fire. Yeah, that one might be a little thicker than. But yeah, so we got that one, and then we got one more here to do. I'll show you. So I'll just get like a fresh strip off. I cut it. And we'll just wrap it up. Go all the way around. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, you don't want to wrap that too tight, and you don't want to wrap it too loose. Just keep a nice firm grip when you're going around it. And then when you get to like the last couple turns, you can kind of tighten it up a bit more. You don't want it to be too tight and too compressed. You want it to kind of squish and gush. And then when you put the threads on, it just literally jams up in between the threads and causes an airtight seal in between all the threads. I find this stuff great. I have better luck with this than I do Loctite. So. But yeah, I see you can buy this in thicknesses. Like some paintball stores, this comes really thick. You only see like people going around in videos like 5 or 6 times. It just all depends on. This is the cheap Chinese Amazon stuff, so it's really thin. That's why it's so cheap, though, right? But that's why I have to use so many rounds. Just it locks everything tight too, nice and solid once you get it. Okay, so let's put this all together here. So yeah, we got this. Let's screw this into the marker here. I'll kind of get this out of the way. Just do one piece at a time. So yeah, we'll get this guy in here. Okay. So I'll just take a wrench. Okay. Should be good there. And then we'll take another 90 degree. See, a lot of these parts I've used in and out, in and out. The more times you use them, the more tape you got to use, and then the deeper they'll go, they'll thread in. Like when they're new, they barely want to go in. You have to like force them, and it makes a really nice tight seal. These are tapered threads, so they kind of just feel naturally tight. Okay. Oh shit, I might need a spacer right here. Actually, yeah, I'll tell you right now. Actually, you know what? Oh, I don't want to take that piece off. Okay, so let me attach the cable first. Oh god, this is a cheap brass pipe. Oh, I should have used the steel ones. Yeah, okay, that's going to be really tight, so I'm going to try and remove some of this. Yeah. Otherwise, it'll split it. I got too much tape on there, so it'll probably split it. But, I just hope this isn't split. I see like a little hairline right there. I can't really tell, but on the inside, it looks okay. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a tight fit. I gotta be careful with this one. Huh. Yeah, I gotta be very careful tightening this one. It's just a cheap brass round one. It splits very easily. Well, we'll know in a minute after we get this done up. Oh shit, you know what? How the hell am I getting that in now? Oh, that's not good. I don't have a spacer. Actually, 1 second here. I think this one was modified. That's why it was. This one was modified. Yeah, okay, that's coming off. Damn it, I thought I had everything all lined up and ready. Okay, 1 second here. No, that's not one of the modified ones. Yeah, I use one of these big, ugly bastards right now. Yeah, let me just wrap it. So I lied. I'm not doing 3. I'm going to do... Or sorry, I'm not doing 2. I'm going to do 3 for you. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This should be good. Of course, it just never fails. Always, always. Did that with the wrenches. Alright, so get this guy in. Yeah, see, now we got a lot more volume with this guy. Alright, I kind of took the tip off of this. Technically, I should cut that off and redo it, but well, I'll just put a little bit on the edge. There. Alright. Okay. So we got that. Now we're gonna put our extension on. Hold on, let's measure up to see where we're at. Okay, so let's take our little part right here. Alright, now put this guy in. Yeah, this one you can tell it's really thick. So I'm going to take some of this off. Okay. Last thing I want to do is split that. can't get much bite on that because of that knuckle. So it's just not even a quarter turn at a time with this. Okay, that should be enough. All right, that should fit in there now. I gotta paint it all black eventually. Actually, no, I'm not gonna be keeping this build. I have different. I'll show you the different builds after. Okay, so now this will slide right into here. Yeah, it should lock right into there. Oops. Gotta line that up. Okay. Well, we got a little bit of play in the cable, but that's not much. You can always make a new slot and stretch it over if you want to, but that there's not an issue at all. You can always tighten it up more into that way. You can tighten that one into there. If you get a better 90-degree elbow, you can tighten these all up really fine and it'll stretch that out nice and straight. But that there's not a problem at all. So yeah, just tuck it away like that. And now we just get your favorite tank, whatever one you want to use. Yeah, see, this is the problem right here. Damn it. Let's see a solution for this. HPA to let me see here. HPA thread. There we go. Actually, no, I can't get that one in there. Where's my 9CI tank? Of course, it's on the FSC. Oh my. Yeah, I got it right here. Alright, so... Oh, let me just take this off. Okay, there we go. Well, that's it, guys. This is, you can do this on any Umarex build. I don't recommend doing what I did. If you have old fittings, don't use them. These things are cheap. You get like 5 packs for $10 and stuff like that. Pretty much all these fittings. I mean, they do work. Just, you gotta tape them up really good. These are all old, as you can tell. This one's a new guy, so she's pretty tight. These little 90-degree ones, they're fairly new too, but they split very easy. Those ones here are maximum 1100 psi. You don't want to really go over that with these ones, but these guys here, geez, these ones will take 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 psi. These big steel ones. Same thing with these guys. These guys here are rated for thousands. This one here is 1100, 1200 or something max for that guy. And the other one that I just tossed away. But yeah, guys, all should work. The only thing I'm worried about maybe is this adapter in here. And I think this guy needs a new O-ring fix. I'm not sure, but let's find out. So, yeah, there we go. She gassed up perfectly. See that, guys? No leaks. No hisses. Now, when you're done shooting, just turn this knob off. Either, if you don't want a dry fire, of course, so you just take this and now we can degas again. And there you have it, guys. Nice side mounted. It's out of the way. Some people aren't comfortable with this setup. But, see how I have a hard lines in here? These are hard lined in. So we don't have the part coming to the back here. It's coming out of the side. We got it coming. It's nice and clean, this one. And our tank's back here more. So it's out of the way of the grip. I mean, it's still not in the way of the grip. You still got your whole grip down there. But this tank's a little bit lower. So if you notice, I had to remove the side rail. I don't have to, but on a different build that I had, it was really close. So I took it off. But I have no need for that anyway, because I got my light and laser up here on top. But yeah, guys, so these are the two options you can do. Same concept for this. With the threads, you just tape them the same way. It's got a different adapter inside. This is a homemade one I made, so this one's a little bit more complex. It's something I spun on my drill with a file, and I tapped my own threads onto it. It was actually one of these guys, these adapters right here. See how the hex head? You put this end, tape the threads on that end, the male end, stick it into your drill, and you can spin it with a file, and then you can round off these threads, and then you can keep a part for your screwdriver, or sorry, for a wrench, and then you can tap the threads in here for a 1/8 MPT or M13 thread, which is the valve thread, and you can go right into there. And it makes a nice sleek adapter. Like with the Z stems and the Z chambers and the longer chambers, you kind of have to go this method. If you guys can see here. So I modified to go inside, but I did another build too where I had it even further in. If you can see there. Otherwise that would be all nice and flush. But yeah, guys. It's pretty compact. This one holds 30 rounds. This is a breech fed magazine. Once you shoot all these, you just pull the door back. Boom, this will reload all the balls into there. And it'll start shooting. So once you shoot all 16, boom, pull the sleeve, bang, 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 bang. You just continuous fire. And of course, we got our homemade. There's two 400,000 volt stunners on here. But, yeah, there's one on this one too. I'm going to be making these soon. They're going to be available. Yeah, they're even handheld ones as well. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this. never degassed. So yeah, it's really compact. Very nice setup. This is 30 rounds. Get yourself a nice tank. A 13 CI tank. 13 CI tank will get you pretty much 16 rounds. But if you want to shoot this extra magazine, you're going to need like a 13 4500 or at least a 15 4500, a carbon tank. You get a lot more shots with those. I have videos on certain builds of these Umerix builds showing how much you can shoot with certain tanks. I'm going to be doing more of those too. And that way we can figure it out with CO2s and as well. Yeah, guys, you got any questions? Just ask. This setup here, with 850 psi, we're getting around 72 joules, and we're getting around 85 joules with 1100 psi. So yeah, y'all stay safe, guys. Take care as always.